Alright everyone, welcome to Deep Dives Dogs. Well, today's topic is about the fall of Constantinople, 1453, May 29th, 1453. Constantinople, the last bastion of the Romans, falls to the Ottoman Empire. Obviously, like I said, this is the last bastion of Rome. They aren't quite like the Rome of the past at this point, of course, but they still are Rome. The Byzantium Empire, well, we call it that today, and many historians call it that. It's mostly just to kind of differentiate somewhat the ancient Roman Empire and what was the Roman Empire. But they are Rome, even if Rome is not within their walls. But they had been whittled down by years and years of invasions and war and all these other things. Byzantium gets very worn down by it all, till eventually they are only but the city of Constantinople. Rocky sounds so vicious, doesn't he? But and then obviously, when you're one city against an entire empire, especially when at this point the Ottoman Empire is one of the more powerful empires in the world, you're not going to survive. It's just how it is. Constantinople, or Byzantium, had lost much of its former glory, and it wasn't coming back. Really, the only way you could maybe say it could come back is if a potential crusade happened to try to save it, but it doesn't. There are wars to try to, hey, fix it up, but yeah. This will split the medieval time from, a lot of historians will consider this the end of the medieval times, with the fall of Rome officially, The medieval times start with the fall of Rome and they end with the fall of Rome. Kind of interesting how that happens, right? But this will inevitably actually very harm Europe, and they don't even think about it at the time, but it will. With Constantinople open, trade from east to west was still viable. You could still get things from China or India, or specifically Sri Lanka, gotta remember that. That's where the cinnamon comes from. Stuff people would fight wars for. But they will lose access to a lot of that. That's why a lot of the age of exploration happens. You have this whole time of people trying to get to India and Asia, well, Asia in general, an easier way, because the Ottomans have cut it off. And since Constantinople's not there, they don't have an ally in the east that will keep it open for them. And a lot of things will happen in that time. But unfortunately, Constantinople will not come back. It is gone, and it'll probably stay gone for a long time still. One group of people probably would like to change that, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Obviously today the city is called Istanbul. It did not get that name right away. It didn't happen until a bit later, actually. It kept the name Constantinople because, of course, it's an important name. Ottomans wanted to kind of use it as a way to have legitimacy, to be Rome themselves. It's kind of why a lot of these empires get started. They want to be Rome. So they'll keep Constantinople for a while. Eventually it will get changed to Istanbul. And, well, the rest is history, really. The last holdout of Rome snuffed out. And, well, they're never coming back, guys. I'm sorry. I know a lot of guys like to think about Rome at least once a day. Sadly, they ain't never coming back. At least, well, sadly from a perspective of, it's a bummer, right? Think about how close they are really to us. Not that long ago, but that'll do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you have any ways I can improve these videos, leave a comment down below. I always appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.